Hi, welcome to Dig Into China. I'm Dong Sheng. Thank you for tuning in. Your support means the world and plays a crucial role in the YouTube algorithm. Liking, sharing, and subscribing not only show your support, but also help YouTube recommend my videos to a broader audience. Thank you very much. Today, let's delve into the insights shared by renowned Japanese scholar Yasuhiro Matsuda regarding the Taiwan question, or more precisely, his analysis of Xi Jinping's stance. Masuda's research on both the Taiwan issue and Xi Jinping is arguably the most comprehensive globally, with a remarkably accurate assessment. As a prominent expert on Chinese affairs, Masuda recently discussed Xi Jinping and the Taiwan matter in an interview with the Voice of America. His thorough examination of the concerns surrounding Taiwan and his insights into the potential strategies Xi Jinping might pursue leave little room for ambiguity. In simpler terms, Masuda has dissected Xi Jinping's approach. Therefore, it's imperative to grasp Masuda's perspectives on the Taiwan issue and his insights into Xi Jinping's strategies. Yasuhiro Matsuda covered 8 topics. The initial question, arguably the most pressing globally, pertains to the possibility of Xi Jinping employing military force against Taiwan. If such a scenario were to materialize, when might it occur? Speculation abounds, with some suggesting 2027, others proposing 2032, and still others considering 2035. However, no one dares to completely discount the possibility of Xi Jinping resorting to military action against Taiwan. Therefore, how does Yasuhiro Matsuda address this query? What is his perspective on the matter? Masuda contends that pinpointing a specific date for Xi Jinping's potential military aggression against Taiwan is difficult. However, he suggests that given Xi Jinping's personal interests and circumstances, the period between the ages of 70 and 80 presents a plausible window for such action, because initiating aggression against Taiwan in his 80s would be highly implausible, reminiscent of Mao Zedong's last years, which is unrealistic. Therefore, from a practical perspective and taking into account Xi Jinping's physical condition, the plausible time frame for a potential attack on Taiwan would be within the next decade. This approach appears more rational compared to other predictions like targeting 2027 or 2035. Xi Jinping's behavior is unpredictable, and he has not specified a particular date for an assault on Taiwan. He needs to consider international and domestic circumstances as well as the situation in the Taiwan Strait before making a final decision. By introducing the concept of this age range between 70 and 80 years old, Yasuhiro Matsuda stands out as the first to do so. Despite the broader it remains more accurate than pinpointing a specific time frame. Secondly, there are those who argue that Xi Jinping would refrain from attacking Taiwan due to factors such as the influence of Communist Party factions and the perceived inadequacy of military capabilities. This sentiment was particularly evident during last year's APEC summit when Xi Jinping, in front of Biden, mentioned, "Attack Taiwan? I have no knowledge of such a thing." Following Xi Jinping's statement, the first to be deceived was General Brown, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States. He promptly announced that China would not resort to military force against Taiwan, at least for the time being. Yasuhiro Matsuda offers an insightful perspective on Xi Jinping's remark to Biden. He sees it as a classic Chinese tactic akin to a principle from Sun Tzu's The Art of War. All warfare is based on deception. This highlights Masuda's profound understanding. While many debate the sincerity of Xi Jinping's statement, Masuda suggests that its authenticity is irrelevant. Instead, he views it as a strategic maneuver in line with Sun Tzu's teaching, emphasizing deception in warfare. Hence, one cannot simply take Xi Jinping's words at face value. Matsuda's grasp of China and the Chinese Communist Party contrasts sharply with Western viewpoints. Thirdly, how can the United States effectively deter Xi Jinping's aspirations of attacking Taiwan? Yasuhiro Matsuda suggests that if Taiwan, United States, Japan, and other relevant nations escalate the costs associated with the Chinese Communist Party's use of force, the likelihood of CCP's military aggression will decrease. Therefore, the United States should focus on bolstering military deterrence and aiding Taiwan in enhancing its capacity to fend off aggression. The United States is currently moving in this direction. Consequently, despite the CCP's increasing military might, its assessment of the threshold for military action also considers military preparedness. The more extensive the preparations, the greater the deterrent effect. Fourthly, from Taiwan's perspective, is the United States a dependable ally? With the recent halt in U.S. military aid to Ukraine, Taiwan's citizens have been questioning the reliability of the United States. How can this concern be addressed? Yasuhiro Matsuda elaborates on the strategic ambiguity of the United States, describing it as a highly intelligent and effective approach. He points out that while there have been delays in providing military aid to Ukraine and President Zelensky has expressed disappointment, Ukraine's strategic significance to the United States pales in comparison to that of Taiwan. The United States' primary strategic rival is now the Chinese Communist Party, not Russia. Abandoning Taiwan is not an option for the United States. While there is a strategic ambiguity in U.S. policy towards Taiwan, President Biden has, on 4 occasions, publicly committed to defending Taiwan, deviating from this ambiguity. However, it's crucial for the U.S. strategy to maintain this ambiguity, mainly to address 2 blind spots. One blind spot lies in China's perception of its ascending status and its eagerness to challenge the United States, necessitating the use of strategic ambiguity to contain the CCP. The second blind spot pertains to skepticism within Taiwan regarding America's resolve to defend it. Strategic ambiguity also serves as a countermeasure against this skepticism, particularly given the intricate dynamics within Taiwan. Thus, the strategic ambiguity adopted by the United States not only restrains the CCP but also manages certain narratives within Taiwan. As Taiwan assesses the reliability of the United States is currently evaluating various strategic interests. Yasuhiro Matsuda employs a Chinese proverb: brothers climb mountains, each working hard, emphasizing individual effort toward a shared goal rather than relying on others to carry them. Therefore, Matsuda's response regarding the trustworthiness of the United States is exceptionally insightful. Regarding deterring a potential CCP military invasion of Taiwan, what role can Japan play? Yasuhiro Matsuda provides a thorough analysis of this question. According to Japan's own interpretation, if the CCP were to initiate an attack on Taiwan, the conflict would likely expand beyond the Taiwan Strait, encompassing the East China Sea, South China Sea, and possibly even the Western Pacific Ocean. Given Japan's vulnerability to such aggression, it must reinforce its national defense. This action would indirectly deter any potential conflict in the Taiwan Strait. Strengthening national defense and increasing deterrence against the CCP are key measures Japan can undertake in this scenario. In addressing the 6th question, Yasuhiro Matsuda's expertise shines through. He examines Xi Jinping's likely course of action amidst international efforts to deter aggression. Masuda suggests that Xi Jinping's favored approach would be coercive peaceful reunification. What does this entail? It involves achieving reunification without resorting to outright warfare. Currently, the CCP seems to be employing this strategy. Despite ongoing provocations, the CCP refrains from directly military action, even avoiding confrontations with minor islands like Kinmen and Ituaba. So, what is the CCP's end goal? It aims to induce internal turmoil in Taiwan and coerce its submission through the threat of force. Can Xi Jinping's aim of coercive peaceful reunification be realized? Yasuhiro Matsuda suggests that achieving coercive peaceful reunification requires 3 simultaneous conditions. Firstly, China must possess sufficient strength. Secondly, the United States must adopt isolationism and refrain from engaging in foreign conflicts. And thirdly, Taiwanese leadership must lack resistance and be inclined to surrender under coercion, as could be the case if a leader like Ma Ying-jeou were in power again. However, Matsuda assesses that the likelihood of all three conditions aligning simultaneously is slim. Currently, the United States' isolationism is not strong enough to abandon Taiwan entirely. While there may be some speculation based on national interests and the fundamental stances of both political parties, complete isolationism to the extent of abandoning Taiwan is improbable. Additionally, no Taiwan leader has shown a willingness to surrender without resistance. Thus, achieving coercive peaceful reunification appears challenging under current circumstances. 7. Yasuhiro Matsuda presents what could be considered his most astute observation. What will be Xi Jinping's ultimate fate concerning the Taiwan issue? Matsuda offers a stark prediction. He anticipates Xi Jinping will meet a fate akin to being slowly stewed, a metaphorical term suggesting his downfall. He suggests that in the context of the Taiwan issue, Xi Jinping will ultimately resemble Chiang Kai-shek. What does this analogy imply? Masuda forecasts that despite having a 10-year window of opportunity between the age of 70 and 80, the potential to potentially launch an attack on Taiwan, Xi Jinping will eventually face circumstances reminiscent of Chiang Kai-shek. After Chiang Kai-shek retreated to Taiwan, he harbored aspirations of retaking the mainland. However, as time passed, the challenges increased and Chiang Kai-shek's age became a factor. Eventually, he abandoned the idea. Though he gave up on the notion, practically Chiang Kai-shek retained the spirit of reclaiming the mainland for the Republic of China. So, Yasuhiro Matsuda argues that Xi Jinping will ultimately end up like Chiang Kai-shek, full of ambition but lacking the power to fulfill it. This will coincide with his aging process, compelling him to abandon his ambitions. This perspective has not been recognized by Taiwan issues experts. I believe this possibility is also the most significant. Eighthly, Yasuhiro Matsuda offers a remarkably insightful perspective. In Chinese culture, there is a saying, believe it and it will happen, don't believe it and it won't. However, concerning the Taiwan Strait conflict, the dynamic seems to be reversed. Believe it and it won't happen, don't believe it and it will. Will there be a conflict in the Taiwan Strait? Will the CCP forcibly annex Taiwan? If one anticipates such events, they will make preparations to deter the CCP, potentially preventing war. Conversely, dismissing the possibility of a Taiwan Strait conflict may inadvertently lead to its occurrence. After delving into these 8 aspects regarding the Taiwan Strait issue and Xi Jinping's potential approach, Yasuhiro Matsuda offers a comprehensive explanation. He meticulously analyzes different scenarios and concludes with the possibility of Xi Jinping being slowly stewed akin to Chiang Kai-shek. While this outcome may not align with Xi Jinping's intentions, various forces may lead to its realization. I deeply appreciate Mr. Matsuda's insightful judgment, which is both logical and compelling. Upon further consideration, it's apparent that Xi Jinping may not fulfill the promises he made for China, not just in the Taiwan issue, but in other areas as well. While he may end up resembling Chiang Kai-shek in the context of Taiwan, in other matters, he could find himself resembling Mao Zedong in his later years, unless unforeseen circumstances alter the course. This perspective provides an intriguing approach to understanding and predicting Xi Jinping's leadership trajectory. Mr. Yasuhiro Matsuda is undoubtedly a China affairs expert whose insights are worth studying and researching. Thank you for watching. Please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.